Low energy, unfocused, foggy? You might be dehydrated. Whether it's hot yoga, over 100-degree weather, or too much sun. Gatorlight, with a specialized blend of 5 electrolytes, was scientifically designed to help move fluids into the body faster for rapid rehydration. Shop now at retailers nationwide. Gatorlight hydrates faster than water. Is it in you? Symptoms noted are signs of mild to moderate dehydration. Consult a healthcare professional if symptoms persist.
This episode is brought to you by PayPal. You had plans for the last days of summer. And back-to-school shopping has its own plans. School supplies, dorm essentials, your list doesn't stop. Neither does the spending. But when you pay in 4 with PayPal, you can pay over time. No interest, no fees. Check out with PayPal and get back to summer. Subject to approval. Learn more at paypal.com/payin4. PayPal Inc. NMLS 910457.
They say everything happens for a reason, but I suspect everything happens for a Reese's. Like this commercial break. Did you need 15 seconds away from music? Or 15 seconds to eat a Reese's? Perhaps it's true. Everything happens for a Reese's.
From the Fifth Quarter Studio in Madison, Wisconsin, you're listening to the Coaching Youth Hoops Podcast.
They're playing basketball.
Here's our hosts, Steve Collins. And Bill Flitter.
All right, welcome to Coaching Youth Hoops.
Welcome to or welcome back, coaches.
Yep. If those of you are watching, Coach Collins has got the shirt
like
of
you're
the
on vacation, Coach.
It's like I'm in Hawaii.
Yeah.
You know? Coach is all drab over there with a gray shirt on, and I got this nice Hawaiian Mickey Mouse shirt on.
It's my Steve Jobs outfit, just black.
I forgot
Makes choices easy, Steve. Every morning, what are you going to wear? Another black T-shirt.
He always did that? Is that why he did it?
Black. That's why he did it. It eliminates the number of choices he had to make in a day.
Oh.
Just something he really didn't care about, which was clothes. He wanted to focus on other things. Yeah.
I don't really care about clothes either. Look what I'm wearing. So
there's a joke in there, but I'm going to let it fly.
Okay.
You want to know what the joke was, Steve?
No, I don't. Really don't. Okay. Let's give a big shout out to our sponsors, Coach.
Yeah, who we got today, Coach? We got some good ones. Today is our I guess we haven't really talked about it much on air, but it's sports stories. We kind of hinted at it.
Yeah.
But yeah, we are launching a analytics tool for basketball. Starts with basketball. We got volleyball coming up and a few other sports right behind. But it coaches, if you are looking to analyze game film, we got it for you. Go to coachingyouthhoops.com/sport stories. Go check it out there. But we give you a full breakdown. But here's what a thing I love about it is numbers are numbers are numbers. We actually tell you what to do next. We tell you what to do in practice based on the game film, an actual breakdown of a practice plan, right? What you did good, what you need areas of improvement, and not only for the team, but the individuals as well, right? It gives them player number 15 should work on free throws because they were X percentage during the game, right? And here's some drills that you can do. So it's not just reporting the facts, it's telling you the next steps. And it's very
story,
inexpensive.
Coach. It's a story.
It's a story. It's the story of the game, right? Yeah, it's very inexpensive. And we'll be running some specials, or you can go to the site, check out the specials that we're running right now. So again, that's coachingyouthhoops.com/sport stories.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yep. And that's a nice short URL, Coach. So I know you like big long URLs. So I'm commending you.
Yeah.
And also
we got another one.
Coaching Youth Hoops. Don't forget about, the baby, the one that birthed it all, started it all, made us dads.
That's right. And it's a great combination, kind of a 1-2 punch with sports stories. So, You can get your game analyzed and have practice plans all ready to go. Full season of practice plans. You don't have to think.
No.
Just have to coach,
And
right?
that's what
Don't
we
spend your
all want to
time,
do. We just
yeah,
want to
don't
coach.
spend your time on YouTube. Spend it on the court with your kids, 100% focus, because we know you got better things to do than create practice plans. We took the hard work and did it for you. Go to coachingyouthhoops.com.
All right. Um, so we are going to talk about plays versus offense today.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean
Yeah.
by that?
Yeah, this question comes up a lot of do I create an offense or do I just run plays? Do I have an offense with plays? Kids like to call it, well, what play are we running? Well, also it's like, no, it's an offense, right? Do you, if you have an offense, then do you do a layer of plays on the top of it, or are you just doing reads? And then, of course, how do you teach that so the kids don't get lost of, well, what play are we running? Well, no, it's just we're running our offense, but then you have to learn reads if the core offense doesn't work. So I consider like a play is a sidelines out of bounds or baseline out of bounds. Those are very distinct plays to do something. You might have a play that you call a specific play that's different than the offense when you need a like a quick hitter or right after a timeout or right at halftime. But maybe we caught up on the nuance of the words of plays versus offense. But I'm just curious from your perspective at the high school level, how many plays are you guys learning versus just an offense and how
We
many
have an
I know you have
offense.
multiple
Yeah, we
offenses
have an
because you
offense and we have
yeah,
different offenses, but
yeah.
um, and I think there's a time, to be honest with you, I think you can have the best of both worlds.
Hmm.
Um, you can have an offense, kind of a it's not like people are inventing new things. They're talking about transformational basketball and, just teaching them how to play. And that's 20 years ago, 30 years ago, that was called a motion offense. So it's not like it's been rebranded, but it's the exact same thing. You're teaching them how
Yeah.
to play. Um, I think that's a great thing. And there's different ones. There's, the rule of three, there's the read and react, there's,
The blitz.
the blitz. There's all sorts of offenses that are just they're motion offenses in some respect. They have
Hmm.
different things to them, but they're per se a motion. They're not structured like a flex offense, which I think is important because I think you have to teach your players to play. I also think there is a point where a play call or a play is. I think what happens is coaches find it's the new flashy thing, and they'll keep adding plays.
Hmm.
And I have very good assistant coaches who won't let me add something if it does the same thing that something else should do. Like if we're working on like a post isolation, you don't need 3 plays on post isolations. You need one. You need to get really
Hmm.
good at that one play to get a specific person or play or action moving. And sometimes a play can have 3 actions. Well, then you don't need to put it in a different play. So that
Yeah.
can limit the number of quote unquote plays or isolations you need. Because I think there's a point where game situation says I need this to happen for this person with these things. And that's where I think a play can be helpful. So I'm an advocate for both. I think you should have an offense, and I think you should have not too many, but specific plays that maybe I've got a player that can shoot threes off the dribble really well, or they can dribble attack to their left hand. Well, then you should have a play that puts the player in the position where there's times where you can, especially in basketball, you can manipulate it a little bit.
Right.
So that's kind of my feeling with that. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, I don't like definitely don't like adding plays, especially at the youth level.
I would
Now,
agree.
again, you have your core offense, thumbs up, right? But you shouldn't be layering on plays if you don't have your core offense, be it whatever the blitz, the dribble drive, right? Uh, it doesn't, or whatever you're running on offense, you got to get that. And I think there's opportunities within your offense. Like the players should start instead of focus on, let's put it this way, instead of focus at the youth level on plays, focus on reads, right? If someone does X, then you should do Y, right? And look for those situations within your current offense.
I like
Uh,
that.
because if once they, I always, this is my philosophy. At some point, I'm gonna hand them off to you, right? You're seeing them 6 days a week, right? From November to hopefully through March,
Right.
right? If all goes well,
Right.
right? You have a tremendous amount of time to teach them plays and layers,
Yes.
right? I don't,
The youth
right?
coach does not. The youth coach
No.
should be teaching them to, you know,
Just
run.
understand
Yes.
like the
Understand
movement of an
movements.
offense, and one person triggers another person to do something, and then some basic reads like we work on, I always say, I recite it. What happens if you get overplayed on defense? You back cut. You know
Well,
what I mean?
part of it is not thinking. Like, I don't think when I put my shoes on and tie my shoelaces. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? It's like
right.
it's got to
But
be
how do you get to that point?
point. You practice it
You
and you
practice
learn
it. Yeah.
reaction, and it's like those kind of things. It's like the good players. It's not like Steph's not reading. It's all reactionary to him because he's done
Hmm.
it. So that's what,
That's
as a
right.
youth coach, you want to be able to teach them. It's got to be second nature, is a better way of putting it. That
Yeah.
this is just what I do. Like, I mean, to be honest with you, I drove to work today. I drove to work today. Did I think
Hmm.
about driving to work today? Did I think about I'm turning right here and left? No, because I'm just reacting to other cars and, a kid on a bike and that kind of stuff. But I'm not thinking about how I'm
Yeah.
getting to work, um, because I've done it for 30 years. I just
Yeah.
know how to drive to work. I do have to react to other things, but that's where, if you can teach them the base, then when they get pushed on that layup and they got to kind of maybe switch hands and come across, then the reaction of the ball bouncing across the road as I'm driving to work and the little kid following it, I can react to that because I'm not adding to my layers. Going back to what you're talking about with Jobs, and he's not thinking about what he's dressing. I'm not thinking about the drive. I'm thinking about the conditions, or there's always kids in the neighborhood here. There's a park or this kind of stuff. So I'm reacting to
Hmm.
something else. So that's what I think as youth coaches, we should really need to try to teach. Um,
Yeah.
yeah. You know
Yeah, I
what you think?
agree.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Got to
It's
become
and
second nature.
again, you just don't have the time, and plus, kids have a hard enough time to do plays. And even at when you're first teaching the game, don't worry about a play. Worry about the motion and the movement in a choreographed manner, right? It's five players on the court, and they should, how do you move with five other players on offense and then five players on defense, or four other players on offense and five players on defense. So work on that, and plays will come if they kind of learn some basics. Then it's just memorization of, I down screen, then this person does this and this person does that. So, for example, if I think about, I, of course, teach the blitz. Here's the read. If we go down screen, if they're yelling switch, then the person who just screens opens up towards the ball because now the defender's behind them and they're wide open for
Right.
an easy layup, right? So it's not a play, that's just a read. When they yell switch, you do this. If they overplay, you back cut,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
See
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like,
I
just
do.
you don't call those up the plays anyway.
No.
Now, do you have an inbound play, sideline,
Yeah, you need
sideline
some
play?
of those.
Yes,
And
yes,
that's my argument at the
yes.
higher levels and maybe the eighth, ninth, 10th, 11th grade levels, that maybe you need a play.
Yeah.
Just like you need an out of bounds play, you need maybe a last second play, like a situation play, like the game is tied. What are we going to do? Because
Yeah.
that's the issue I remember at the youth level. Sometimes you just got to get the ball in the right hands at the right time, and then
Yeah.
let them make the decisions.
Right.
But the play can be, John's going to get the ball and Sam's going to set a screen. That's the play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the play.
And then
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
those are your two best players, and you're somehow isolating them on one side of the court, whatever it is. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
But something like that, I think.
Yeah, no, I think that's right. And yeah, don't get, you got 2 days a week a lot of times, maybe three, right? As a youth coach, you don't have a lot of time. And so teach them the motions, teach them the reads, right? What to look for, and don't make it complicated. Have your, put your focus on, one really good inbound play. And then, as I always tell my kids, I hold up the basketball and I say, this little ball goes in the big hoop.
Right.
And what that communicates to them is at some point you just got to play.
I love
And
that.
I said every play breaks down, every offense breaks down, defense doesn't cooperate, right? And so you got to find a way around it. And if you don't know how to make reads or how to do a quick crossover when you're one-on-one and get to the basket,
You got other problems. Yes.
so
All right. Anything else, Coach?
go to coachingyouthhoops.com. This is all spelled out for you, step by step. Practice plans, inbound plays, fundamentals, all done for you. Print, go into practice, or view it on your phone. Coachingyouthhoops.com.
All right. If we don't have it, we'll make it for you. All right.
Just let us
next
know.
week. All right. Bye.
I don't think I can be your friend, Isabella said. Rebecca's stomach flipped. This is the love story of real Hinge couple Isabella and Rebecca, written and read by me, Tammy Denton-Hurst. Listen to the free audiobook now.
Booking.com is the easiest way. From a day surrounded by noise to a stay surrounded by nature. That's nice. Go on, book it. It's easy. Booking.com. Booking.yeah.